Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I actually took a nap because I was just tired as fuck. I was awake most of the night last night with my buddy Rashid, and this sucks. It sucks that Rashid had to go back in the hospital and he's not here, especially Giants week. It sucks. Um,
Can I ask you a quick question?
what's that?
Would you be mad if the Giants won because of Rashid? That's it.
Moving right along. Moving right along.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad.
We've got some injury concerns. We have Tyron Smith and Tyler Smith, our whole left side of the line. But
The Smiths.
the Smith brothers are becoming chameleons, and hamstring and a foot issue, which means that we could have some issues there. We'll talk about that more tonight at our live stream at 9 o'clock. The thing that's going to be interesting too is, and the Cowboys aren't the only ones that have injury concerns and stuff. Everybody does, and the Giants, who have upgraded their team. Darren Waller, great tight end when he's healthy. And I know people are going to say, he's making fun of injuries. I am not making fun of injuries. But if you're a betting man, if you're doing fantasy football, you need to keep up with what's going on as far as injuries go. And the Giants tight end, Darren Waller, who's had an injury history, was placed on the injury report Friday with a hamstring injury and listed as questionable for Sunday versus the Cowboys. So he tweaked his hamstring today in practice. And see, here's the thing about hamstrings. This is what we talked about with Tyler Smith. Hamstrings are not one of those things that, you can kind of work your way back into shape while you're playing on it. Hamstring, it just needs rest, or it'll end up being a lingering injury. And you don't want a lingering hamstring. It's kind of like with Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce having the hyperextended knee. Zeke Elliott had a hyperextended knee. You remember his knee went forward like that, and it slowed him down. And so this is not necessarily a good thing for the Giants. No, it's not a good thing for the Giants that they've got this injury that makes him questionable because, as they put it, Waller was set to be the number one target for Daniel Jones by many projections, so this could be a big blow to the offense. Hopefully, this is a team being extremely cautious with a player with a hamstring injury problem in the past. If Waller can't go, Daniel Bellinger would take over as the lead tight end and have some fantasy value, but Jones would lose some of the fantasy upside. Jones will also be without Waddell Robinson, who is doubtful to play. That would leave Isaiah Hodgins, Darius Slay, and Paris Campbell as the main wide receiver targets, but Sterling Shepard and Jalen Hyatt will also see work. It won't be great for fantasy, which means the Giants could lean heavily on the running game of Saquon and even more designs for Jones. So, there you have it. The Giants having problems with their weapons for Sunday night. We, of course, still have problems of our own to worry about. And this brings up my buddy Wade. Shout out to Wade. Wade sent me a text yesterday and said, could we still sign Jason Peters? We could still sign Jason Peters, and it might not be a bad idea because I know Jason Peters is old as dirt. Jason Peters is closer to my age than he is than probably anybody else on the Cowboys team. He's that old. But in spot duty, he played okay. He knows the system. He won't cost you much, and he might be a little bit more experienced. Well, not might be. He will be more experienced than some of the guys that you have. So the Cowboys should definitely look into kicking the tires on the old man, Father Time. The thing I find funny today. The thing I find funny today is I saw a Bleacher Report where they were freaking out, Kansas City wise, that the running backs aren't good enough for Pat Mahomes. Everybody is going through poor Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes needs help. Pat Mahomes, his receivers, what? Why did we draft a wide receiver? That guy pulled a Noah Brown. He did. wide open, ball in his hands, he ends up tipping it up and it becomes a pick six. So they're going through and saying how they can fix the running back situation. Wait a minute. Are you saying running backs are important? And of course, Travis Kelce. Oh man, Travis Kelce is gone. You know, they're already panicking and saying the wide receivers aren't good enough. He needs better wide receivers. Go ahead and get Mike Evans from Tampa Bay. They are literally going crazy with how to help Pat Mahomes. And I kind of look at this and say, y'all some two-faced mother humpers. You're full of bullshit. Because, see, when the Cowboys had literally no running game, like they did in the 49ers game 2 years in a row, did nobody say the Cowboys need to fix the running game? Nobody said Cowboys need to fix the running game. When we had Noah Brown tipping balls up left and right, and Michael Gallup on the field before he should be, did nobody say the Cowboys need to call up and find another wide receiver? They all pointed to Dak Prescott. And haters, I don't care. Say what the hell you want to. Oh, you just trying to defend that garbage-ass quarterback. Well, I'm not saying that Pat Mahomes is a garbage-ass quarterback, but he proved that if guys drop footballs, if you can't run the football, and if you have pick sixes that aren't your fault, you don't win the games. And so you try to fix those issues as opposed to saying, Pat Mahomes sucks. Because if it were reversed, if that was the Dallas Cowboys loss, everybody would be saying, Dak Prescott still got interceptions. He can't lead the team. So lo and behold, wide receivers, running backs, and tight ends make a difference for a quarterback. I know it won't change. I know that you mother humpers are still going to be doing the same thing, just hating on Dak Prescott, my quarterback, and saying he's just garbage, he's just ass, while other guys get a pass. But that's cool. Because the funny thing is as much as you guys have hated on my quarterback, and swore that he's just a choker, here's what's amazing about Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is knocking on the 25,000 yard mark. If he gets 57 yards, just 57 yards against the Giants, he will be over 25,000 yards. And he'll be one of two guys that have gotten 25,000 yards and over 1,500 yards rushing before their first 100 games. You know who the other one that is? Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott, that'll be the list. Of course, we'll hear, well, those don't really count because those are empty calories, or, you know, it's just regular season stuff. Okay. Well, it's funny how people will say that Matthew Stafford, one of the fastest people to 50,000 yards, but they won't look at the Detroit Lions constantly being behind and them being empty calories or garbage time yards because he was on loser-ass teams. Games that didn't matter. But then again, it doesn't matter because we know you guys are two-faced. You're shaded against my quarterback, and that's fine by me. All right, good people. Hope to see you guys tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, for our live stream. Peace.